Hey guys, I'm Brittany and welcome to my channel. Here I'm going to mainly be talking about skincare, what works for me, what's worked for friends of mine. I'm basically just a huge skincare junkie and I love it. I think in another life I was a dermatologist, if that's a possible thing. But yeah, so I wanted to start out my very first video that I've ever made and kind of really not be a perfectionist about it, so I'm just kind of gonna dive in. And I also want to let you know that I was scared, but I decided to come into this video and I have very little makeup on right now. It's also like 45 degrees in Toronto. So I figured I would do it and I really wanted to be honest because I love watching reviews of beauty products that I'm interested in. I love hearing people talk about skincare. And I love really seeing what their skin looks like. So right now I just have a little bit of concealer on and a little bit of one of the products that I'm going to talk about from Charlotte Tilbury, and then like Burt's Bees. So my skin has changed a lot in the last few years, which is actually even more so why I wanted to do this, because I know, especially as we kind of get into our 30s, our skin can change, and skincare is like complicated, and some people haven't even kind of touched on it before. So I hope that any of this helps you. I am no dermatologist, I'm just totally a beauty junkie and I love this. So I find it super interesting. So I hope you do too. And please, if you have any questions, let me know. Basically, a lot of people, when we kind of talk about skincare and we talk about the basics of skincare, I like to talk about a cleanser. The cleansers that I'm using currently are the Tata Harper, the Purifying Cleanser, the Daily Detox. I really love the Tata Harper brand, although my bank account doesn't, because it's definitely a higher price point, but it is 100% natural and non-toxic. They have really high standards for their products, and I really appreciate that. I also know that one of my girlfriends uses pretty much their entire line, and I know it has helped her skin by leaps and bounds, which she was very surprised about, but yes, it comes with a price tag. But I think, to be fair, to be like eco-conscious and non-toxic, and all their bottles are glass, it is a really good product. I definitely like it. I don't see, for myself, I haven't seen a huge change, but I think that that's one of the things that we have to remember about green beauty, is that you're not always going to see the fastest change like you will with skincare that has realistically chemicals. Not that this doesn't have chemicals in it, and just in a different way, but like when you are, using regular skincare, the kind of ingredients, the kind of acids that they can use really can make a difference in your skin kind of overnight. Whereas I feel like with green beauty, although they're making a lot of advances, they're calling a lot of their a lot of different products within that realm clean clinical, which I really like Drunk Elephant kind of goes by that, and I really like that ethos. But I do like this. I don't think I would repurchase it, but I appreciate that, and I will probably use it or something in a similar realm when I get pregnant one day. So I love Tata Harper. I love their brand. It's really interesting, kind of like all the stuff that they do. Their kind of eco sense is really amazing. So I would look it up. They do have like a polish one that I would like to try, but I don't have that right now, nor do I have the money for it. But it was very good too. I had a sample of it. I do like this. I love the way that it smells. It has a nice consistency, but I don't think I would purchase again. The Touch of Deep Cleanse, I really like it. This is newer for me. It has more of a grainy texture, not by much, but a little bit. It has really nice smell too. This is like Japanese skincare, and I'm definitely into this brand. I have a few other things that I love from them. I'm curious to kind of see over a little bit more time how much I like it, because I do like it right off the bat, but I haven't noticed a difference. And I feel like if you're willing to spend money on it, you want to see a difference, you want to notice a difference. And I'm well aware of the fact that it's not going to happen overnight, but I definitely think that if I'm going to put out the money, I'd like to see whether it's like more like clarifying of my skin, brightness, even tone and texture. I do want to see something over time, so I'd like to give this a little bit more of a go. When I was 25, I went to the dermatologist, DLK on Avenue in Yorkville, because I was like first in that box of Harper's Bazaar when you should start paying attention to your skin, really, even though I think from a very early age I was. but I went to DLK when I was 25, and I kind of spoke with her, and she said, you know, you have really good skin, you're very fortunate. And I was like, well, I've been taking care of it, thank you. But she said, really, the two things that I suggest to you as you're like getting into your mid to late 20s and as we get into our 30s and 40s is really your best friends are going to be vitamin C and like a stable vitamin C and also a retinol. So vitamin C is what she suggested in the morning under your sunscreen, and then retinol at night. But if you're gonna mess around with retinol, you definitely have to use sunscreen. Like, this isn't just, I know everyone says this, but it's something that's gonna make your skin incredibly photosensitive. So don't even bother using it if you're not going to use sunscreen with it, because it will make your skin worse. So it's gonna help with your cell turnover, and we'll get into that because I feel like I should do a whole separate video on retinols. But basically, the kind of gist of that is she said vitamin C and retinol. So I've also been using, speaking of Tatcha, the Tatcha Violet C Brightening Serum. So this one's Japanese Angelica root and dual vitamin C. It's really nice because it's super light. I've really enjoyed using it, especially in the day, because I feel like it's nothing that's sticky. I can just kind of pat it on and put it under my sunscreen, and I love that. It doesn't have an offensive smell at all. It's super, super, super light, and I would definitely recommend it. The only thing that bothers me a little bit is the bottle looks so big, but it's really only 30 milliliters. And I've noticed so much more that brands do that now, and I get it from a marketing standpoint, but it's just such a shame when you think you're like maybe halfway through and then you're done. So the other day I finished this. I got this in January, so 5 months, 6 months. So decent. Use like 2 of these a year. I would purchase this again. I do think right now, I actually, when we were at Pop Sugar in New York, we got this guy, Urban Skin RX Super Glow Serum. So this is like L-absorbic acid, 2% kojic acid, where's the side? Niacinamide, ferulic acid. So the next one that I wanted to buy in regards to vitamin C, although it's like a much bigger price point, it's like $180, is the CE Ferulic by SkinCeuticals. But I remembered that I had gotten this in a gift bag from Pop Sugar, so I want to give it a try. And it's only 15 milliliters. I'll probably go through it fairly quickly, and if I like it, I'll keep using it. I've never heard of this company, but it's free of parabens, toxins, fragrance, and sulfates. Not tested on animals and vegan, so I love that. I'm gonna give it a whirl. I'll let you guys know what I think for sure, but it's basically brightening. I mean, it's mainly kind of like a vitamin C. So I want to see how well it works. So I'm gonna use that in the morning. So vitamin C is the one thing that you should be using in the morning under your sunscreen. Now that we've kind of spoken about sunscreen, I'm going to talk about my favorite sunscreen. So the Supergoop, I don't know if you could see that. Ooh. Unseen Sunscreen broad spectrum SPF 40 Supergoop, water and sweat resistant. So I love this stuff. It's a really neat consistency. Unfortunately, you can only, as far as I know, you can only get it in America. You might be able to get it at Anthropology. I'm not sure. The consistency is really neat. It's like this very light, it's not silicone, but it kind of has that texture. I just like love it. I love it on my face. It's also supposedly, this one specifically is like kind of like a primer. Weightless, colorless, scentless, oil-free formula that smooths the appearance of pores, grips makeup in place, and leaves a velvety soft finish. That is definitely true about this. I would say that I've tried a lot. I'm gonna do a separate video on on sun care and sunscreens. I've tried a lot of these because I'm always wearing sunscreen. I'm like literally afraid of the sun. However, it's kind of paid off because, as you can see, doing pretty good. Forehead's getting a little wrinkly, but yeah, so I love this. I love Supergoop. I think it's a fantastic line. It's fairly reasonably priced, to be honest. I mean, if you're looking at kind of a Sephora type brand, if you're not looking at a drugstore brand. I really like this, and I really also like Shiseido. I got a spray one recently that's like more for body. I know you can get this at Sephora. I also have the waterproof one for face, and I use that like face, neck, all the way down to the top of your nipples, because I believe we should be going from up here till the top of your nipples. so that all of this matches when you're older and looking stunning. I like this just for my body. I can spray, I can keep it in my bag. I don't have my other Supergoop one with me, but it's a spray as well, and it's really light mist. And that's honestly the one of the only things that saves me, because I put that on, I put like the Supergoop on after my vitamin C in the morning. And then when you're out and about during your day, like if you're getting in the car and it's really sunny, or you know, you happen to go grab a drink with a friend or anything like that, and I have my spray in my bag and I literally just like mist. It's basically like a mist. I mist my face, I mist my neck, back of my hands, and I find it's fantastic. Like, I really love it. And also what I found is last year I had, and I'm not knocking it because I think it was really good, but I had the Kate Somerville spray. It was like a mist, SPF mist. And I used it on my face, and I found like a couple times if I would get hot or if it would be too close to my eyes, which I feel like sometimes, you know, you just go like this, it would burn the crap out of my eyes. And I would have like bloodshot red eyes, and I would just need to like splash water in them. So that's not fun, especially when you're out. So what I really love about the Supergoop one is it doesn't do anything like that. So I feel like I can put it on my face. I mean, I'm not gonna like rub it in my eyes, but I've never had that experience with this one, so gotta keep it on the shelf, you know? Speaking of other sprays, now I do feel like, I know that there's kind of an argument about this. Two things. One, toner. I've never really used toner. My skin is fairly dry, or is between dry and combination. So I never really used toner, but recently I was at Sephora, and usually I go in there and I'm like, hello, can you please direct me to your manager? Because I'm literally that lady with the haircut. I'm like, can you direct me to your manager? Because I generally know more than all of the people who work here just because I'm obsessed, so, which is a little crazy. I don't actually say that, but anyways, but one of the gentlemen that was there, we kind of got into a huge conversation. We were talking a lot about skincare. He was very knowledgeable, which was wonderful. Thank you, Sephora. But we kind of got chatting about Dr. Jart, which is a brand that I really like. And he was talking about toners. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, so he was talking about toners, and he was asking me if I used one when we were talking about my skin. And I was like, no, I don't really see a point. I don't really know if I wanted to add an extra step. However, I have noticed that since I started using it, it's this really, really light liquid. I kind of just put a little bit in my hand. I don't know if you can see that. It's just really thin. I really just like pat it into my skin. It's kind of like an essence. I pat it into my skin, and it's just so light and beautiful. I don't know, and I really do find that it helps for moisture, which is not something that I kind of equated toners with. I think I definitely equated toners with like back in the day when they're more like of an astringent, and I don't know, I just wasn't really, that wasn't really my jam, but I think I might be changing my mind. So I haven't been using this for that long, but I will let you know. It's a moisturizing toner. It's 150 mils. I'm kind of liking it though. So I want to see if it's something that will stick around and I'll be repurchasing. But at this point, it's been about 3 weeks to a month. I'm definitely liking it. Sometimes I put it on in the morning and it gives me a bit more of a glow, which I'm about that life. Speaking of sprays, which is kind of where we were going before. Okay, again, I know there's an argument about mists sprays. I'm obsessed with them for like the plain, for reinvigorating my face. Do I think that they're necessary? I don't really. Do I think it's really nice to have? Yes. Do I lie in bed? Do I bring them on the plane? Do I put them in my purse? Do I spray my face obnoxiously? Yes, I probably do. I have the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist, which is like incredible. The smell is just phenomenal. All of the watermelon kind of like settles at the top, so you have to shake it before you mist. It's great. I mean, I don't know about $35 great, but I really love it, so I probably would repurchase it. And it's kind of just, it's a little guy, it's easy, throw it in your bag. I do find it gives more hydration. I like it. I will say that, I like it. My like homeboy though is the Caudalie or Caudalier, everyone says it a little differently. Their beauty elixir. It's like really well known. It's also not cheap at all. I love it. It literally smells like the south of France. And I swear that's literally what I keep it for. I love this scent. I don't know what it is. I really suggest that if you're interested in it, you try it at Sephora, because it definitely, oh, grape, orange blossom rose, organic balm, mint, rosemary. It just is like the French life that I believe I'm supposed to have in a bottle that I can mist my face with in the morning, at night. It's just lovely. I love it. I will say that a newer brand that I love is Sunday Riley. I just think their products are fantastic. I have yet to find a product that I don't like by them. The first one that I had was Luna, which is kind of one of their tried and trues. It's the Sleeping Night Oil. So this one has retinol in it, although it's just a derivative. It says retinol blue tansy, but it's actually a derivative of retinol, so I'll kind of get into that in my retinol video, but I really like it. It's very gentle. It's a starter for retinol. I've used other retinols before. I love the smell of this one, personally. I'm gonna open it up because it's kind of a different guy. So it's actually blue, if you can see that. It comes out that way. I read in reviews that people talk about it and they're like, I don't like the blue because it gets on my pillows. I think that either, to be honest, if it's blue and it's getting on your pillows, you're using either too much, which is a waste, don't waste your money, or you just aren't rubbing it in properly, because basically the blue goes away almost instantly. I like the scent. It's like a comforting, really light scent, and I just think it's like beautiful. I wake up the next day and I definitely would say this is one product that I noticed the next day with my skin, that my skin was definitely glowy and bouncy, and I didn't feel like it was tight and I needed to like rub moisturizer in it. So I've purchased this. This is my third bottle of that now. I really like it. It's a suggestion, especially if you are just starting your retinol journey. I think that this is a really good guy to start with. Also, they're Good Genes. This is a friggin' winner. This is a lactic acid treatment. This is something that you will put on your face at night and you will see a difference in the morning. Definitely brightening. It's basically because it's lactic acid, it's removing your dead skin cells. So if you're looking for something to use perhaps over a few nights, or if you're not used to it at all, maybe every other night, but you want to notice a difference in your skin, you definitely want to use an acid. So this is a lactic acid. It says morning and night. I really only use it at night because this can also make your skin photosensitive, so you want to use an SPF with this as well. You definitely can use this alongside the Luna or the UFO, which is the next one that I'm going to show you. But I would like space them out a bit because I think they can kind of cancel each other out, but I really love them. It reduces the appearance of hyperpigmentation, instantly plumbs the look of fine lines and wrinkles, visibly brightens. All of these things are true with this. This is my, again, I think third time. Actually, I think the first time I got these two in a set from Sephora, and I was so impressed with them. I was like, oh, holla, I need like to buy the whole thing. And they have not done me wrong. So Sunday Riley, love your brand. Great products. That is my suggestion. The last Sunday Riley product is UFO. This is something that's kind of newer for me. I actually just got this, so I can't fully report on it, but I've been getting definitely hormonal breakouts as I've gotten older, into my like late 20s and 30s now. Ooh. Just kidding. No ageism. But yeah, UFO. It's got a bit of salicylic acid in it. It's ultra clarifying face oil. It's supposed to help congested pores and for smoother spot-free skin. And I definitely think that how I've used it thus far, it's definitely helped with spots. So I do see that. I like the scent of it. Again, it's a really light oil, but it's a clarifying facial oil. So I know people with oily skin are like, ooh, oil, I don't want to. But I think it's really great. And also, the thing about Sephora is they have such a great policy. If you don't like it, even if you've used like 3/4 of it, you can take it back and be like, this didn't work for me. I don't love this. I spent $65 on it. I don't want it. And they'll be like, cool, no problem. So honestly, that's why I buy a lot of my stuff from there, because I have taken a lot of things back, because I'm willing to spend the money, but I'm not going to spend the money if it's like if I can't bring it back if I don't like it, because you don't know how your skin's gonna react to something. It doesn't just happen over a week. You need like a solid month, I would say. A month up to 3 months, depending on what you're working on. So that's where I am with that. Another little guy that I've used, I haven't used a lot of their products, but is by The Algenist. So this is an eye cream that I'm using, Power Advanced Wrinkle Fighter 360 Eye Serum. It says twice a day. I'm only using it at night, to be totally honest. And it's really because I kind of was like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna try this. This is just a really little guy. I am not sure that I necessarily, I read a lot of different things about eye creams, and I hear a lot about them, and it's like some people are like, you don't need to use an eye cream, just use what you're using on your face, unless of course it's like a retinol or something very active that you don't want to get by your eyes. But I don't think I always need one, but if something kind of comes my way and catches my eye, I really like this one. So we'll see how it goes. Haven't been using it for long enough to weigh in fully. However, I was using the Amore Pacific one that was very expensive, and it was actually making my eyes up here get like almost like eczema. And I went back and I was chatting with them because I was like, it was literally like 120 bucks. And they said to me, there's fragrance in that line, which is something truthfully I didn't think about, but I do have sensitive skin sometimes. And I think that was what was bothering me in it. But I was definitely sad because it was great packaging, beautiful, the brand's really well spoken about. So I was curious to see that, but didn't work for me. But that's why I like Sephora, because you can always take it back. One of the things I'm using is the SK2. It's like a Illumination Essence. Gotta see that. I don't love it. I'll be totally honest. I love this brand. I'm using it like on my neck right now. Honestly, just kind of going through it. Won't repurchase. Also an incredibly expensive brand. I just don't love it. So that's kind of all I can say. Don't really have much else to say. Ooh, another product by The Algenist is this guy. It's the Ultimate Anti-Aging Bi-Phase Peel. So this one's actually an oil. You can kind of see that there's 2 levels. So you shake it up before you use it. You leave on skin for 3 to 5 minutes, then you rinse thoroughly. Avoid contact with eyes. So yeah, this is an AHA. So it's, again, you have to use it with SPF, but I find that it's really nice for exfoliating my skin in regards to like kind of like an acid and really getting the dead skin off. But it also is hydrating because it has oil in it. So it's really cool. I like the biphase peel. It doesn't make me peel, but I definitely feel like I get deeper with the products that I put on top of it after I use it and take it off. And then I put, you know, my UFO or Good Genes or something on after, and I definitely feel like it gets deeper. And that's why you want to clean your face really well. So the products that you spend money on work. The other things that I'm using, and I know this is kind of long, but I'm almost done. The other things that I'm using that I'm loving is, this is Shiseido Wrinkle Resist 24 Retinol Express Smoothing Eye Masks. There's 12 that come in here. It's like 80 bucks. I know, it's kind of bananas. They look like this in these little sachets. You pull them out and you put them under your eyes. I swear these things, like, it kills me to buy them because there's only 12, but like, oh, they're good. Oh, they're good. And I leave them on, honestly, pretty much until they get dry, which I'm not sure that you're supposed to do, but they're just glorious. And then there's usually a little bit of essence like left in there, and I just spread it all over my face and neck and hands. Anywho, I love those, and I would highly suggest if you have a little extra cash money and this is an area for you. My skin's really, really light around this area, really kind of translucent under my eyes. So I just love these things. I can't speak highly enough about them. The other thing that I read a lot about was the Tatcha, the Silk Canvas. You can kind of see it comes in a container, comes with a little kind of spatula guy. Now this is a primer, and I truly, truly believe that if you have great skincare, you don't need a lot of makeup, and that's kind of what I try and live by. That's what I believe in. So that's why I try and have excellent skincare so that I don't need a lot of makeup. I've read so many reviews on this and I was like, okay, I want to see if it really lives up to the hype. I don't know, but let's see. If not, I take it back. So I got it and I honestly love it. I love it. It gives me a glow. It smooths my, like it smooths out my pores. It just gives you that kind of really lightly, and not in like a weird Instagram way, but like a filtered look without makeup. So if I put on, you know, moisturizer and I'm putting on toner and I'm really hydrating my skin and then I put this on top, I can like curl my eyelashes and like give myself a boy brow and like hit the road. Yes, I really, really like it. This is still my first little bit with it. I want to kind of use it for longer and in different circumstances where I'm like wearing makeup all day, all night, and see what that kind of looks like. But I friggin' love it so far. Tatcha, I have a few products here by them. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. The other thing that's kind of crossing over, and I'm just gonna wrap up, is, and it's kind of a crossover product because it's kind of makeup, but I just have to say how much I love it. I just got the Charlotte Tilbury. I just got a bunch of makeup from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the Hollywood Flawless Filter. This is in their #1 in Fair, and it's like a youth kind of glow. It's really, really cool. Now, I don't wear foundation, so I was like, oh, isn't this kind of like foundation? But honestly, it's so glowy and beautiful. I'm just putting on a really little bit. This is actually what I have on right now, just a little bit of this. It's just so beautiful. It's so light. I absolutely adore it. Like, I can't believe how much I like this product and the fact that I lived without it for so long, because it's really so sheer and just gives you that glow. Honestly, Hollywood Flawless Filter is what it's called, and that's exactly what it is. I'm in love, Charlotte. Good job. I just got this, which is, well, I just took off the lid, but it's the Milk Hydrating Oil. So it kind of looks like that. It's like this gel kind of, it's almost like a bit like a deodorant stick, but small. And it really gives you that kind of glass look to your skin. Like I said, because I do so much with skincare, I just always want my skin to look so healthy, so shiny, and I love that kind of, the kind of K-beauty glass skin, and I'm about that life, as you can see with my Flawless Filter and my freaking Tatcha, the Silk Canvas. So I really like this. I just got it recently. I think it's beautiful, and when I want to wear like less makeup and just have like super glowy skin, that's what I use. Last is Laneige, however you want to say it. It's in a little pink container. It's their lip sleeping mask. Oh my God, this stuff is my jam. It smells incredible. It comes with like a little spatula guy who's in there. It's so cute. It smells glorious. Yes, you can wear it at night. I literally, oh, it smells incredible. It smells like awesome, like strawberry bubblegum from when you're a kid. The color on it is like really nice. You can wear it at night. I put it on at night, but I also sometimes like throw it in my bag and just use it in the day. Just like casual Tuesdays. Friends, thanks for listening. This was a little bit of a longer one because I kind of went into everything I used. But like I said, I like to try and keep things simple, keep it beautiful, be honest, because that's what I like to hear the best. I don't want to, I know it doesn't look like I'm a minimalist, blah, 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 but I try to be, in the sense that there's so much stuff that I like out there, but if I find something that I really like, I will repurchase, because I feel like if it ain't fixed, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Not if it ain't fixed. I truly do believe in that, and I think if you see something amazing work for your skin, then don't switch it up just because of marketing hype for something else that's cool. Yeah, so that's me. We're here. Thanks so much for coming. Ask me any questions you want. Otherwise, I will be back on here talking about all things skin really soon. Thanks, guys.